10. You're listening to WICR.
WICR presents This Moment in History.
Space Shuttle Challenger is just a few seconds away from blasting off from the Kennedy Space Center near Cape Canaveral, Florida.
Its 10th launch was planned for January 28, 1986. The Challenger launched at 11:38 a.m. Eastern Time that morning.
We have main engine start, 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff.
It carried the first teacher to go into space, Krista Mikhailoff.
Then anybody who has the satellite dish will be able to see the teacher teaching from space. When that shuttle goes, they might...
Welcome back. Welcome back to the show, guys.
Thank you.
Entertainment news.
Thank you.
Finally get to do it. So, all right. First of all, Matt got some nice dibs in the booth tonight.
Look at this. So much head.
What?
Channing Tatum is all the proof you need that God is real. Really?
That's something that TMZ would put up.
That
Really?
is some TMZ. And
Really?
by the way, we got some of that. So we got some fun things for you to analyze today. But first, what we got on entertainment news.
First off, shout out to Michael Jordan. He cracked the Forbes list for being the first billionaire to come out the NBA. I can see that happening. I can definitely see that happening.
And with that, I love doing that. Congratulations to Michael Jordan.
Breaking news.
You're actually the real MVP.
You actually
After LeBron.
Who?
All right. Just
You said Michael Jordan?
Just to denounce any basketball heads, you have to admit that LeBron has surpassed Mike. I'm sorry, you just have to. That's just it. You have to. But we're not going to get into all that because if we do, that's another show. You could probably listen to that on another show on WICR.
Now it caused more drama than Keisha Cole.
Oh, Keisha Cole. Tell us about that.
Well, Keisha put out on Instagram a few screenshots of her husband or her ex-husband texting a video girl. And she was writing about how just took a picture of her son and put on Instagram about how that's the only light in her life that she needs right now, except for her ex-husband. And the major thing where that I felt about this and that a lot of people seem to feel is that why are you putting your personal business on Instagram for? I know you're like I'm gonna embarrass my ex-husband, but like there's certain things you keep to yourself.
There's certain things you do keep to yourself. Like you just shouldn't put all your information out for the public. Like what are you accomplishing by doing that? In my opinion,
Nothing.
I don't know. At the end, people don't realize that you're really not accomplishing anything. I feel like you just do it just to
for
gain
attention.
support
Or attention.
and get attention. Well, in her case, I think it's just to gain support, in my opinion. But
That should be something that she resolves in and of herself. That's how I personally feel.
And that's for everybody that does that on Instagram, by the way.
Not
Just
just Keisha Cole.
Not just Keisha Cole. Like everybody, just don't do that, please.
All right, and we have another story. NFL player Craig James. He compared the support of gay marriage to Satanism. Because that word's it's thrown around a lot in politics these days and in crazy religious videos. But to directly quote him, he said that if you support gay marriage, you have a problem with the Lord, and you're siding with Satan.
That's completely ridiculous, in my opinion. Very, very ridiculous.
What does J Loco think of that?
I don't know. I feel like people are going crazy these days. What? I don't understand how you can say if you support gay marriage is how can you compare that to Satanism? First of all, what is I want to for me? I don't have enough information. I want to know why you think that.
I guess it is false
Bigotry.
passages in the Bible that people misinterpret.
Yeah,
and that has a lot to
There's
do
nothing
with
in the Bible that says you're worshiping Satan. If you
Exactly.
I've read the Bible all the way through. Fun fact, that has nothing to do with Satan. It's just I personally, my personal beliefs in there. I actually personally support the right of gay marriage. Because I support everybody's rights to be able to choose what they want to do. I didn't know, but then again, I didn't know I was false. I was unintentionally worshiping Satan by doing so, because worshiping is an act that you take upon yourself, and you don't accidentally worship something, but and I guess I accidentally am worshiping the demon lord of the underworld.
And to add on to that, like just like you said, if it doesn't say anything in the Bible about that if you that if you support gay marriage, it's basically the work of Satanism, even though the Bible itself doesn't even support gay marriage, But with that being said, it's just say
that's the misinterpretation.
It's just like that goes to say like, people make up these weird assumptions, because of what they want people to believe, And with that being said, if you're really so into your religion and stuff, like why would you make up things that is not even part of it? You understand? Yeah. If it said, if that gay marriage is is part of the works of Satan and all that, then okay, then you can get away with it. But if you're just like making things up, then who are you to say, my religion is better than yours? Who
is you? Completely agree.
He's actually been fired from previous jobs for his anti-gay views.
Well, I guess that ties into the whole things I've learned in like classes like mass comm and PR, that you're entitled to how you feel. It's just you have to, like, with that same entitlement is that respect that you shouldn't be saying things like that to the general public. Like, you're entitled to your views, but you have to have that same respect for other people when you say these things.
Amen.
That's it.
And now getting to our lightning round. The lightning round.
New thing.
For you guys who don't know, I cover a bunch of gossip stories that no one really cares about or should care about, and we just run through them real quick and see how much we don't care about them. All right, so first story, Christina Milian made pretty on fleek shirts. And if you guys don't know, that's a Nicki Minaj quote from one of her songs. And Nicki Minaj literally raised an eyebrow to it. So,
bro,
how do you guys feel about that?
Bro, what you mean?
Bro, what you mean?
What W-Y-M?
W-Y-M.
So, care or don't care?
I don't care.
Exactly. Yeah, see how we did that.
All right, next up. Lionel Richie disapproves of Kanye West's performance of All Day when he performed at the Brit Awards 2015. We all know that Kanye, doesn't really care at certain points. That he started, saying all the slurs. Well, not slurs. Started cursing during his performance. He wasn't editing himself out anymore. And Lionel Richie disapproves of it because he feels like we shouldn't be using the N-word at these points of time.
Yeah, I saw his face during the performance. I couldn't tell whether he was liking the performance or there was something wrong.
He did not.
There's the answer.
He did not bangs with it.
He did not.
So, should we care or should we not care?
I care because Lionel Richie's a legend in his own right, but at the same time, I disagree with him. But it's worthy news in my opinion.
How about you, Jeremy?
To be honest, I don't know who he is, so I don't care.
You don't know All Night Long?
No. No.
Wow.
Speaking of other people we don't know, Nicki Minaj again back in the we don't care.
We don't know her?
Round, lightning round. Well, this is actually his name. A news artist named Nicole Bitchie has actually put out. That's his actual name. Believe it or not, his actual name.
That's his name.
Bitchie.
We can't get fined for that.
He put out an article about Nicki Minaj tweeting her ex-boyfriend Safari about how much she will always love him, and that's what he said. And she put out a tweet saying that this is a false story, that she's expecting more of him because he's putting out false tweets about how her and her ex-boyfriend are tweeting each other back. This was their 11-year anniversary coming up and stuff. So yeah, should we care or not care?
I
don't care.
I personally do. I mean, I don't care about Nicki Minaj, but I do feel like we should, value our journalism a lot higher rather than looking for gossip news. But gossip news, makes the airwaves a lot more these days.
Yes, that is true. That is very true. I seen all on the at the train station in New Rochelle, all but tabloid magazines, and I really don't understand that. Like people actually could actually really find these things true. I don't know why there's so many tabloid magazines and less actual like newspapers.
And speaking of things I actually will just say I don't care about, but maybe you guys do. Any you guys seen Zookeepers?
No. Wait, is that the one with
Ben Stiller?
Oh yeah,
Zoolander.
Yeah, Zoolander. Yes, that shows how much I don't care about it. Zoolanders with Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson.
Zookeepers.
Whoa, there's gonna be a Zoolanders 2.
You mean Zookeepers?
Or maybe Zookeepers. We don't know. We don't know, Sway. But yeah, there's gonna be a Zoolanders 2. How do you guys feel about that?
I mean,
I don't think they should have made a sequel. That's really one of those movies like they made Dumber and Dumber 2. Like, just leave it alone at 1, because 1 was actually really funny.
Let her rest in peace.
And I feel like is Ben Stiller's gonna be in this one and Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
Oh no! Please don't ruin a legacy. Like,
and what about you, Jeremy?
When I saw Zoolander 1, I really thought this movie was funny. Now, I just don't care for part 2.
Yeah, I just don't want them to ruin the legacy.
And lastly, Childish Gambino confirms he'll be playing a stripper in Magic Mike XXL.
I care because that's funny.
I care because
that actually is pretty funny.
That's actually really funny. That's actually very funny, and I don't know how to take that.
Yeah, I would like to see.
I don't know how. I mean,
Childish is a 40-year-old man who acts like he's 18. So
he's not 40.
It was an over exaggeration.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You waffle.
Called me a waffle.
He called you a waffle.
And one last bonus story.
Ice cream.
There's going to be an ATL 2.
Whoa!
I heard about this. This I did hear about.
Okay, now this is something
T.I. confirmed it.
This is something I care about.
This is definitely something I care about. I did. Once again, I don't think there should be an ATL 2.
Neither. I'm not gonna front.
Come on, Jeremy. You want an ATL 2?
ATL was the bomb, man.
It was, but what could they do?
Apparently the entire cast is coming back. They're all older.
Like, what could you do? Like, what's it gonna be about?
We don't know, Sway. You gotta see the movie.
I want to see the movie.
Well,
all right. And that concludes our lightning round.
And that also concludes our Oh no, it
no,
doesn't actually.
No. What are you talking about?
Wait a minute.
What are you talking about?
I was finished.
He's now fired. Paris is now fired.
I'm not fired.
Artist of the Year, Meek Mills.
You're now fired.
I founded this.
No,
he's not.
Our big major story. It's our big major story of the day. Was tied into one of our previous stories. Waka Flocka Flame cancels his performance at Oklahoma State University due to the SAE video leak.
Now this is actually something that I praise Waka for, because that's self-respect, and I'm glad he made that choice, because it's a shame that a few people messed up a great thing for a lot of people.
Question.
But,
where was he going to perform?
University of Oklahoma.
Place? Yeah.
Okay, so there, I can now. I understand why.
You guys think he did a good job by doing this, or that he's doing a disservice to the students by not? I don't know. It's.
Go ahead, Jeremy.
I feel like he's just doing it out of respect, because I feel like, since since like we mentioned earlier, that was something that was being talked about for like what couple of days, and like I feel like he felt disrespected, so I can see why he canceled the performance. Not to say that he was being petty or anything, but I felt like he was just disrespected by the video that the fraternity made. Yeah,
I guess that was his way of showing how much it meant to him to see those kids say such terrible remarks. So he had to act in a way, and that's what he
It shows that goes beyond the money.
Yeah, beyond the money, and that shows his character.
I do.
Big ups to him.
I will never bump Waka Flocka Flame music, but I respect him for what he did.
Oh, side note, he's coming out with Flockavelli too.
I don't think anybody cares.
The only song I like from Waka Flocka
I'm
is
part of
Harder in the Paint.
You're not everybody.
I go harder.
But I'm part of everybody, so everybody doesn't care.
What?
I go harder than the paint.
You go harder than the paint?
That's what he said.
The paint goes harder.
And that concludes our entertainment news. At WYM.
So we'll be right back with our last segment, music news.
Music.
on WYM.
Stop talking, man.
I'll kick you off the show.
No, you won't.